Welcome to English with Steve.
Welcome back to English with Steve, the podcast where we chat about real life in real English. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm Alex. Today we're talking about everyone's favorite topic.
Let me guess, sleep?
No, food, Steve. We're talking about food. Although, honestly, I do think about food when I'm sleeping.
Of course you do. You know, I had the weirdest dream last night. I was eating a giant pizza, and when I woke up, my pillow was gone.
Wait, are you serious? You ate your pillow?
No, I'm joking. But I was definitely hungry when I woke up.
See? Food is always on our minds, whether we're awake or asleep.
Alright, listeners, if you're new, grab a snack, hit the like button and subscribe, because this conversation might make you hungry. Actually, it will definitely make you hungry. We're going deep into the world of food today.
And I mean deep. We're talking about everything: weird foods, favorite dishes, cooking disasters, restaurant experiences.
Oh, cooking disasters. I have so many stories.
I know you do. And we're going to hear all about them.
So, Alex, I have to ask, and this is always my favorite question to start with, what's the weirdest food you've ever tried?
Oh, wow. You're starting with the tough questions. Okay, so, have you ever heard of durian?
Durian? That spiky fruit from Southeast Asia?
Exactly. My friend dared me to try it last year when we were traveling in Thailand.
And? How was it? I've heard things about durian. I've heard it's banned in some hotels because the smell is so strong.
That's absolutely true. Some places won't let you bring it inside. The smell is intense, like really, really strong. Some people say it smells like garbage mixed with gym socks.
That's not exactly a glowing review. Why would anyone eat something that smells like that?
That's what I said. But my friend kept insisting you have to try it. Trust me. And I thought, well, when am I ever going to be in Thailand again? Might as well give it a shot.
So you're standing there with this stinky fruit.
Right. And I'm trying not to breathe through my nose. Everyone's watching me, waiting to see my reaction.
No pressure.
Exactly. So I take a bite, and here's the thing: the smell is awful, but the taste is actually kind of sweet and creamy. It's like custard? Or maybe a really rich banana pudding.
Wait, so it tastes good?
It's weird because the smell throws you off completely. Your brain is telling you, this is going to taste terrible, but then it actually doesn't.
That's so strange. So the smell and the taste are totally different.
Completely different. It's like your nose and your mouth are having two separate experiences.
I love that description. Your nose is having a terrible time, but your mouth is thinking, hey, this isn't so bad.
Exactly. It's such a weird sensation. And you know what the craziest part is? After I finished eating it, I kept burping durian for like 2 hours.
No way.
I'm serious. The flavor just stays with you. My friend thought it was hilarious.
Okay, so final verdict. Would you eat durian again?
You know what? Maybe. But I'd need to be mentally prepared. And I'd make sure I didn't have any important meetings afterward.
Fair enough. Clear your schedule for durian day. So that's your weird food story? Now I feel like I need to share mine. What about you? What's the strangest thing you've eaten?
Oh, I'm ready for this. Hit me with it.
I once tried escargot in France.
Escargot? Wait, isn't that?
Snails? Yes. Cooked snails.
No way. Steve, you ate snails?
I did. And before you judge me, let me tell you the whole story.
Please do. I need to hear this.
Okay, so I was in Paris about 3 years ago. It was my first time in France, and I was determined to experience everything: the Eiffel Tower, the museums, and most importantly, the food.
As you should.
So I'm at this fancy restaurant. The waiter comes over with the menu, and it's all in French. I had studied a little French before the trip, but restaurant French is a whole different level.
Oh no. I can already see where this is going.
Well, I thought I could figure it out from the description. But the description was also in French.
And you didn't ask?
I know. So I thought. When in Rome. Right. Except I was in Paris, but you get the idea. I decided to just go for it and order the mystery dish.
Steve, that's actually pretty brave. Or maybe a little crazy.
Definitely a little crazy. So the waiter brings out this dish, and there are these little shells with something inside them. And I'm thinking, okay, these must be some kind of fancy seafood.
You still didn't know they were snails?
Not yet. I picked up the special little fork they gave me and pulled out the first one. It looked interesting. Dark, kind of curled up.
And then?
I popped it in my mouth. And honestly, it was delicious.
Really?
Yeah. They were cooked in this amazing garlic butter sauce with herbs. The flavor was incredible. So I ate the whole plate. There were like 6 of them, and I was thinking, this is the best mystery food I've ever had.
And when did you find out they were snails?
After I finished eating, I asked the waiter, what was that dish called again? It was amazing. And he said very proudly, escargot, monsieur. Snails.
Your face must have been priceless.
I just sat there for a moment, processing the information. And then I thought, well, they tasted good, so no regrets.
That's actually the perfect attitude. I mean, if you had known they were snails beforehand, would you have ordered them?
Probably not. That's why sometimes it's better not to know what you're eating until after you've tried it.
That's so true. Our brains can be really judgmental about food before we even taste it.
Exactly. Like if someone says, hey, do you want to eat a garden pest covered in butter? You'd probably say no.
That's one way to describe it.
But if you just eat it without thinking about what it is, you might actually enjoy it.
That's so fair. You could probably cook a shoe in garlic butter and it would be delicious. Would you order escargot again? Now that you know what it is?
Absolutely. I've actually had it a few times since then. Once you get over the mental block of eating snails, it's really good.
Mental block, that's such a good way to put it. So much of eating weird foods is just getting past that initial reaction in your brain.
Like with your durian experience. If you could somehow eat it without smelling it first, you might think it's delicious.
True. Although I don't know how you'd manage that. Maybe with a clothespin on your nose?
That would be a sight. Just walking around Thailand with a clothespin on your nose, eating durian.
Hey, whatever works. No judgment here.
You know what I find really interesting about food? How much our tastes change as we grow up.
Oh my gosh, yes. There are so many foods I hated as a kid that I love now.
Exactly. Like, what's something you refused to eat as a child?
Brussels sprouts. Hands down.
Classic. Everyone hates Brussels sprouts as a kid.
Right? My mom would make them for dinner, and I would literally hide them in my napkin or try to feed them to our dog under the table.
Did it work?
Sometimes. Our dog wasn't too picky. But then my mom caught on and started watching me more carefully during dinner.
Parents always figure it out eventually.
They do. So then I had to actually sit there and stare at these Brussels sprouts on my plate, and my mom would say, "You're not leaving this table until you eat your vegetables."
The classic parenting move.
Exactly. So I'd sit there for like an hour, just pushing them around on my plate, hoping they'd magically disappear. I thought Brussels sprouts were the worst food in the entire world. Now I love them. I actually make them for myself all the time. I think my mom was just boiling them, which makes them kind of mushy and bitter. But a few years ago, I tried them roasted with olive oil and salt, and they were completely different. It's like a whole different vegetable. They get crispy on the outside, and the flavor is nutty and sweet instead of bitter.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's not that we hate the food, it's just that we've only had it prepared one way.
Exactly. I thought I hated Brussels sprouts for like 15 years, but really I just hated boiled Brussels sprouts.
That's such an important distinction. What else did you hate as a kid?
Oh, mushrooms. Couldn't stand them.
And now?
Still not my favorite, honestly. But I can eat them now without making a face.
That's progress.
Baby steps, you know? What about you? What did you hate as a kid?
Tomatoes. I could not eat raw tomatoes.
Interesting. But you could eat cooked tomatoes?
Yeah. I loved ketchup, tomato sauce, pizza, anything where the tomatoes were cooked. But a raw tomato on a sandwich? Absolutely not.
What was it about raw tomatoes that bothered you?
I think it was the texture. They're kind of slimy and watery, and the seeds, ugh. As a kid, I just couldn't get past it.
And now?
Now I love a good tomato. A fresh tomato with mozzarella and basil? Amazing. A tomato on a burger? Perfect. I don't know what changed, but somewhere around college, I started liking them.
Maybe your taste buds just grew up.
Maybe. Apparently, kids have more taste buds than adults, which is why they're more sensitive to bitter flavors.
That makes so much sense. That's probably why kids hate vegetables.
Exactly. Things like Brussels sprouts and broccoli taste much more bitter to kids than they do to adults.
Wow, so it's not that we were just being difficult when we refused to eat vegetables. It's science.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We were probably still being a little difficult.
Fair point. But at least now we have a scientific excuse.
You know, speaking of trying new foods, I think it's so important to step out of your comfort zone with eating.
Absolutely. I mean, how else are you going to discover your new favorite dish?
Right. And you never know what you might be missing out on if you don't at least try things.
Exactly. Like, I used to hate sushi when I was younger.
Really? You love sushi now.
I know. It's like my favorite food. But when I was a kid, actually, even in high school, the idea of eating raw fish just freaked me out.
What made you decide to try it?
Well, I had this friend in college, Sarah, who was obsessed with sushi. For a long time, yeah, I'd always make an excuse or suggest we go somewhere else. But Sarah was persistent.
Good friends are persistent about food recommendations.
They really are. So finally, one day, Sarah said, "Look, I'm not going to force you to eat anything you don't want to eat. But can you at least just come with me to a sushi restaurant and try one piece? Just one. If you hate it, we'll leave and get pizza."
That's a good compromise.
Right? And I thought, okay, one piece. I can handle one piece. So we went to this sushi place near campus.
How were you feeling? Nervous?
So nervous. I kept thinking about raw fish and getting grossed out. But Sarah was really cool about it.
What did she order for you?
A California roll.
Ah, the gateway sushi roll.
Yes, that's what everyone starts with, right?
Pretty much. It's got crab, or imitation crab, avocado, and cucumber. No raw fish.
Sarah specifically chose it because she knew I was worried about the raw fish thing.
Smart. So you tried it?
I did. And you know what? It was actually really good.
See.
The texture was interesting, the rice was sticky and sweet, the avocado was creamy, and the crab was mild. And then you dip it in soy sauce, and it's just really tasty.
And that was it? You were hooked?
Not immediately. I mean, I liked the California roll, but I wasn't ready to jump into raw fish yet. Next, I tried a shrimp tempura roll, that's also cooked. Then I tried a spicy tuna roll. And then finally, maybe 6 months later, I tried a piece of salmon nigiri. Now I'm totally obsessed.
And now you're obsessed. See, that's the thing about trying new foods.
I know. I think about that sometimes. Do you have a rule about trying new foods?
That's a great question. I try to follow the try everything once rule.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Obviously, there are limits. I'm not going to eat something dangerous or something that goes against my personal beliefs. But in general, if it's safe and culturally appropriate, I'll try it at least once.
That's a good philosophy. Have you ever tried something because of that rule and actually regretted it?
Oh yes. multiple times. But I promise to share that story tomorrow when we meet again. To all our amazing listeners, we want to thank you for listening to this episode where we talked about food. Please share your experiences with us and also tell us your favorite food in the comments. Also, like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves food too. Until we come your way tomorrow, stay safe and don't hesitate to try new things.